Architectural Builder Supply is pleased to present you with this recording of the technical question that is listed in the title of this video.
This call may be monitored and recorded for quality assurance.
It's the Pemko 411ANBL. It's their automatic door bottom.
Yeah, I'm familiar with it.
Yeah, I've seen you've made a ton of videos online. That's why I said earlier. I'm sure you'll be familiar with it. But so there's like in the pictures I've seen online, there's like a metal plate that goes on the non-jam side of the door, or the flat side of the door bottom. But on the jam side, do you need one of those metal plates so that the adjusting screw doesn't dig into the wood or the jam, or that's not really an issue and that's just not done that way?
There's only one plate that goes onto the frame, and it goes onto the hinge jam, and it's exactly for the purpose of the drop-down plunger bolt, not gouging a wood frame.
Oh, but I thought there was I have a PDF here pulled up. Let me see if I could maybe even find on your website here, maybe not. But it's, well, actually, yes, if I click on installation instructions on your website here, on page 2, there's figure 1, which seems to be a plate, but that doesn't seem to go in the jam. That seems to go in the door bottom.
There's only one plate that goes on the frame. We're not talking about the door, are we?
Oh.
There are plates that go on the door, but on the frame, there's only one plate.
Okay. So in total, if I include the door and the frame, there's 2 plates, one on the door and then one on the jam?
No, there should be 3.
Oh, okay.
Is this something that you already have?
No, it's just something if I'm thinking I want to order, but I don't know how it's going to look, so that's why I'm kind of
Yeah. Well, you're gonna when you route the bottom of the door, the router is gonna exit the end of the door on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna have a small little piece of aluminum that will be on the edge of the door to cover that off. Is how that works.
But on the jam side of the door, where the
no, not jam side. Which jam? The strike jam or the hinge jam?
Okay.
So a frame has 2 jams and a header, and then we call that the strike jam where the lock is, and then the opposite side where the hinges are, we call that the hinge jam.
Yeah, no, I was referring to the door. Maybe I didn't use the best nomenclature there. I'm saying on the side of the door, at the bottom of the door, that is directly opposite the hinge jam. That part of the door cannot have a plate on it because you need the room for that screw to protrude out, correct?
Incorrect. There will be a plate, and that plate will have the appropriate preparation for the bolt to poke out.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And do you mortise in those plates too, kind of just like you would normally like hinges, like an eighth of an inch in or something, so they're flush?
No one ever does that. They're extremely thin, like 30 thousandths kind of range, maybe even 25 thousandths.
I see. Okay. All right. If I was thinking of, yeah, okay. And so then on the jam side on the door jam that has the hinges on it, that one will definitely have a plate on it so that screw can poke out against that and not damage the wood, is what you're saying.
That is exactly correct.
Okay. All right, that's very helpful. I really appreciate your time, sir. Thank you so much.
Sure, but before you go, why are you thinking about the 411 ANBL? What about that model?
I didn't know there was another option. I just typed in your website, Pemko automatic door bottom, and this was the first one that came up, so that's what I clicked.
Right on. So there's lots and lots and lots of options. There's when it comes to mortise for wood doors, there's standard duty and then heavy duty. Then there are different inserts. The one that you've mentioned, I realize is just random, is a brush. I don't know that a brush would be the proper insert for you. You might want to research that some more. If it's residential, I can't make an argument for a heavy duty unit because the volume on the door will be low and you're probably not looking to attenuate sound. It's not an application where you are specifically trying to control sound attenuation.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that. Now that I look a little bit more, I do see there are other, like there's a 411 APKL and et cetera.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
different inserts.
I didn't realize that. Yeah.
So what you could do is get yourself to the Pemko catalog within our website. You click on more from Pemko, and then the product catalog will come up, and that is a rabbit hole to go down. But the bottom line is, what really changes in these mid-grade units is really the insert. Whether it's going to be a sponge neoprene or it's going to be a silicone thing or a brush. And they differ based on the application. I don't think you're going to want brush, the ANBL at all. I would go with an APKL or the APKL, the PKL would be a good choice. That's just a good general item. And if you're looking to elegantly seal the bottom of the door, there's lots of good choices, and Pemko has lots of good available choices. Good, decent quality product at a good price. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, no, I'm really glad you pointed that out. Now that you bring it up, that you mentioned that, I had another question. When it says select door thickness, you have an inch and 3/8 or an inch and 3/4. My door is going to be about an inch and a half. So which would you suggest me?
Inch and 3/8.
Yeah.
Because it's going to take a different end cap package.
Oh, I see. Okay.
You get if you ordered for inch and 3/4, those caps will be, I don't know what their net width is, but they might be too wide. They will be too wide for inch and 3/8 and possibly for inch and a half.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure if anyone's ever done this, but I was thinking of maybe if I didn't like the look of that metal end cap on the latch, we're talking about the door, not the jamb, but on the side of the door that's going to, be right next to the latch, the one that you would see more. If I didn't like the look of that metal, maybe I would just mortise the bottom of the door rail up until like a half inch away from the end, and then I just slide it in there, and then maybe it's hard to explain over the phone. But
no, I know what you're going after. I think you're going to need I think you're going to have to go a lot closer than half inch, because that unit is the projection of the bolt, as you know, is directly related to the amount of drop. And if you're going to take a half of an inch out of it, you're probably not going to get any drop out of it. You'd have to take that thing to within extremely close, like an eighth of an inch situation. It'd be some fancy, carpentry there. But I think it can be done. And I'd really like to know your success. I'd like for you to report back and let me know how it worked. I've always thought of doing that. I've always said to myself, well, I might look at not routing it all the way through the edge of the door. I might stop short.
Yeah, I think it'd be a really clean look.
It'd be extremely clean.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Then obviously I'd have to drill a hole for the bolt to protrude, but I would probably, if it could unscrew it all the way out, it's probably only like 1/4 inch diameter bolt. So if I drill even, just a 5/16 hole to have a little clearance and just, line that up where it should be.
It'd be greater than that. And then you'd probably want to try to do your best job filing it to get yourself, the right sort of profile shape for that bolt, that 6-sided bolt that's there. But if you're going to go to that trouble, you'll definitely go to that trouble. You know what I mean? If you're already thinking of doing this, it'd be interesting to see.
I guess certainly on the on the side of the door bottom that doesn't have the bolt protruding, there I could just stop, do the same thing, but just stop 3/8 or a half inch away from the end of the door, and then I wouldn't need that metal plate on that side. You know what I mean? that would be an easy thing. That would be a nothing thing.
Yeah, I do. I would want you, if it was me, I would definitely project past the stops, because you're obviously going to be reducing the area that you're actually sealing, because your seal won't go actual. Yeah. So I would get at least past the stop projection, get into the face of the stop area, and hopefully your stops are at least a half inch.
Which they are. They are exactly that. Yeah. So
some room to play with. I'd probably want to go to within a quarter for sure. But you're not going to be ever touching it, kicking it, making unintentional contact. It's a part of the door that will still maintain a tremendous amount of integrity, because it's not that wide that you're mortising.
Right. There's only width 9/16. Oh yeah, you're right. And
you're leaving most of your door there.
Yeah. And I've got completely solid wood door. So I've got, which I am making myself. So I'll have complete control over, to make sure that that's okay. Yeah, that's a really, I really appreciate your time, sir. You saved me from buying the brush thing, and I just, even if the seal wasn't perfect, I just really do not like the look of that metal plate there, and but now, talking to you, I think maybe I could try to do it, and it'd be a fun little challenge. I'm wondering also too, on the actual jamb of the door, just the jamb. If I don't want a plate there, I'm building the jambs are out of soft maple. It doesn't really dent that much. Presumably the screw, it would just leave a little indentation. Do you think maybe I could just leave the plate off the jamb totally?
I would be tempted not to do that. Soft maple, the term soft doesn't have anything to do with soft maple. It's still an extreme, you wouldn't want to get, you wouldn't want to have your father spank you with a paddle made of soft maple. That's for sure, back when you were 10. But I would, the open, close, that metal's going to win that battle. And it's not this year that you're worried about. You're worried 10 years from now. You're going to create a divot there, and then it's hard to repair that. Now,
you're absolutely right. Yeah.
Yeah, you might be able to do something really slick, if you're going to build the jam yourself, but
Which I am.
Yeah. I
was thinking like mortising in a little, not something so big, but just a little like half-inch by half-inch piece of, maybe black anodized aluminum, maybe bronze, maybe something. But mortise it in, and then like epoxy it in, so then it's flush with the jam, and so then it just will look really clean. And I don't know, I'll have to play around with it.
Yeah, or what you can consider doing is looking, back in Chicago where I'm from, we had a place called Owl Hardwood. You could look into the densest, whatever the scale is for wood in terms of hardness, and insert something like that in there. Yeah, exactly. Some African species. Ebony is extreme. It's going to be the wrong color probably, but ebony is extremely dense. My God. Anyway, that's an idea.
That could be fun. No, you're right. Now the door is painted, but for like an accent piece, it can almost look kind of nice if you did a some type of accent, or if I could just match my door hardware oil rubbed bronze. If I just get some type of oil rubbed bronze, very small plate that I can mortise in. Yeah. Well, it was so much fun talking with you, sir. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Please report back. Let me know how your project turns out. I would very much like to know.
Okay. Okay, I'm not sure I'll do it. Well, I'm very much tempted, but thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for calling. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Architectural Builders Supply hopes you have enjoyed this program. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up. Please subscribe and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.